Hey everybody, Nick here. Welcome back to the channel. So in this video I want to talk about karma and how it relates to this reality, this realm. And what is karma exactly? Well, it's a aspect of the Buddhist and Hinduism religions for which, nearly 1 billion people believe. Even people from the West, they believe this notion of karma, payback's a bitch kind of thing. I was probably guilty of that too because for whatever reason it got mixed into the culture. So let's check out the definition of what karma is. The sum of a person's actions in this and previous states of existence viewed as deciding their fate in future existences. So what you do here, good or bad, depending on what it is, will basically reflect what happens to you in the next life. Or even what you've done in the past will reflect what's happening to you in your current life, which is, I don't buy it. I don't agree with it. But we'll continue on with a little bit more of the definition. Karma was also created in ancient India, refers to action, work, or deed, and its effect or consequences. Again, things that you do here in this life or in previous ones will affect, depending, things that you do in this life will affect your next life, your reincarnation. Or things that you've done in the past is basically why you're in a shitty situation. So, which is, bizarre to me because no one even knows what they did in their previous life. It's erased from memory. So how the hell are you supposed to learn from that? From the mistakes you've made or evil things that you did or whatever. It just doesn't add up to me at all. It's really crazy to me how people can buy that. But I remember a lot of people would say, oh, karma's a bitch and this and that. And it's like, I don't think so. I don't see that happening in this realm. I mean, just look around you. Look all the shit that goes on here. Yes, it is a hell realm, okay? That has been established, at least with most of the people, hopefully on my channel, other channels. And I mean, they keep throwing that term out, and yes, it is. But I mean, really look deeply at how this world is, how this realm is. Do you see people paying for their current sins or evil actions that they're doing here? I don't want to use the word sin because that's too goes down the road of religion. But it is obvious that there is so much evil going on here, and I don't see anybody paying for that. Not in the next life or ever. And all these crooks and criminals and people who are at the top are just laughing in our faces. They are getting away with so much. They're controlling this realm. They own everything. They own all the property, all the major companies, news companies, you name it, and they own it. The food industry, everything that we have come to know in this society is controlled. That is obvious. But nothing is happening to them. Nothing happens to anybody who does something shitty. Unless they get busted and then they go to jail. But that has nothing to do with karma, in my opinion. I mean, it's a ridiculous notion to think that, and I think it's a very easy cop-out to maybe justify being good. I don't think you need to be a good person, like wanting to come back into a better life, okay? Religion does the same thing, like Christianity. If you're not a good Christian and you're not a good person, you go to hell, basically. You won't go to heaven. So it's similar to that in the fact that you will come back and live a shitty life. But you have to keep in mind, all the evil that's happening here, no one's getting payback to bitch from karma. Or, they're going to have good karma or they're going to have bad karma. No, it simply is not happening. The same shit continues on and on here. And again, the design of this place is also another indicator of that. It's inherently bad, evil place, okay? I've said this in another video. There's very little good here. And I think that's because there are still some good spirits in this realm. And we don't come from evil, these people, the beings that I'm talking about, like myself. I am simply a good spirit. I don't have like a reward in mind. I'm not thinking of getting something in return. I just believe it's the right thing to do. It's not even karma. I never, even though I would throw that term around saying that, oh, they're gonna have bad karma, bad juju or whatever. I never really believed that, and my behaviors weren't based on that at all, okay? Maybe when I was younger, growing up in a Catholic, school and the system and all that stuff, maybe I believed in the heaven, the hell thing at a very young age, but I escaped that a long time ago when I started seeing shit for what it was, in this realm. But the other thing is when it comes to karma, and according to them, if you look at people who are in shitty situations, down on their luck, going through such pain and suffering here, according to them, it's because they did some bad shit in a previous life, and now they're paying for it, which is the karma. I can't see that being the case for every single one, because first of all, they don't have memory of their previous life, and secondly, how can you say all these people who are down on their luck and having a bad experience here are bad people? So one could say maybe they were a bad person in their previous life, and then now they had different experience here. I just don't buy that. If they're the same spirit, it's not going to change. You're either a good spirit or you're not. And yes, this place can change good spirits here, good beings, but I don't think it's as common as we'd like to believe. But I just don't buy that at all. And the amazing thing is, if you look at India, okay, if anybody's ever been there, it's pretty shitty for the most part. It's run down, super impoverished. Just things are not going the way that it's happening in other developed world, in the other developed part of the world. It's terrible living conditions, and yet they still have these beliefs, as if like, oh, so are they all being punished for their sins then? And yes, there's the aspect that they're born into it, so it's really all they know, as kind of like where they can compare it to. Even Indian people who've left India don't want to go back to India, don't want to have anything to do with their home country because of how bad the poverty is, how polluted the country is, and things like that. So according to them, again, if that's the result of karma, then a lot of those people did bad shit in the previous life. And I just don't find that feasible at all. You look around, not even just India, just anywhere. So doing good things is going to give you a good future life. Like, it's all pretending, and it's all theater, So I don't see it being as a realistic belief system or reality in existence, like a thing that is truly something that exists. The other thing I wanted to share about karma, I found a phrase here. I highlighted it because I found it to be pretty interesting. All right, so I found it here. Causality. A common theme to theories of karma is the principle of causality. The relationship between karma and causality is a central motif in all schools of Hindu, Buddhists, and Jainist thought. One of the earliest associations of karma to causality occurs in the, I can't read this, some sort of, I think it's from Sanskrit text. Now, as a man is like this or like that, according as he acts and according as he behaves, so will he be. A man of good acts will become good. A man of bad acts, bad. He becomes pure by pure deeds, bad by bad deeds. And here they say that the person consists of desires, and as is his desire, so is his will. And as his will, so is his deed. And whatever deed he does, that he will reap. Again, I think it's good to do good things. I think it's very good to help people out of the goodness of your heart. But in the hopes of, getting something in return through karma, it's just, again, it's another belief system that it programs people. So I truly do not believe karma is a thing, and I think it's just misguided, and a lot of people throw that term around a lot. The proof is everywhere you look in this realm, okay? I mean, I don't have to tell you that karma doesn't exist. You can look at this place for yourself and see that none of these people are being punished for their crimes, for anything they've done, okay? The only justice that they will receive is through the systems built by, our societies, Western world and things like that, court systems and all those judicial systems. I can't even say that word. Judicial systems, and that's really the only justice that we'll get is in this, matrix. But one thing that I found kind of interesting that I saw here is that since karma is based on intent, this is an easy, a cheap cop-out within a cop-out. Things that happen by accident don't count towards karmic justice or consequences. It's impossible to prove that karma is real, but for the people who believe in it, it can lead to stronger friendships and happiness. Okay, I don't see how that makes any sense whatsoever. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on karma. It's kind of an interesting topic, but it doesn't add up to me. Let me know what you think about karma. Do you believe in it? And thanks for watching as always, and we'll see you in the next video very soon. Bye for now.